What's up, DC fans? What's up, DC bad guy fans? It's Villains Week, all week. And today we have a ton of villains that have taken over MIB Master Museum. Guys, we have the infamous Egghead, the horrible Mr.Freeze, the outlaw Shame, and his royalness, King Tut. And guys, we have a special cameo appearance later by another villain from the 1966 Batman TV show to be later revealed. Stay tuned. Guys, how you doing? Once again, welcome to the MIB Master Museum. We're here again for Villains Week to talk about a plethora. I'm using big words today. It's early. I'm using big words. I got my dictionary out. A plethora of bad guys. A rogue gallery of bad guys. We have Egghead from the 1966 TV show, Batman TV series. Egghead was created specifically for the Batman TV show, and he was played by none other than my favorite horror master of all time, Vincent Price, who's best known for a lot of the House of Wax, The Raven. I mean, so many horror movies. Vincent Price is just a legend and one of the coolest actors as a kid growing up watching all of his older films and movies. So cool. Let's get you a good look at him. Egghead claimed to be the smartest criminal on the planet. So he says, by his own claims. And in the TV series, I mean, all of his words were used. I mean, started with the word egg. You know, excellent, exactly. All right, I need to stop that because I wind up doing that all day. But power-wise, outside of his intellect, and he was intelligent, really just he used a lot of weapons that were egg-shaped, and he wasn't beyond throwing a few eggs. In one episode, you know, he pretty much dumped a whole bunch of eggs on poor Robin. And just, they did a great job. Figures Toy Company is just, they're phenomenal. They're putting these guys out beautifully. I mean, and just to the T, he is an exact replication of Vincent Price character, the Egghead. Even the likeness of Vincent Price is there. You can see the likeness, and the head sculpt is phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Let's turn this guy around. Let's give him. And you have on the back here just a ton of a rogues gallery of bad guys. Mr. Freeze, and you got Bookworm, the Mad Hatter, the Penguin, the Catwoman was another one of my favorite villainous. King Tut, and you got Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson. There's the Riddler, we saw him. Batman and Robin. There's Joker, we met this guy. He took over the channel yesterday. There's Shane. Okay, so great. Let's see when this is released in 2014. Awesome set, awesome figure. Really cool. I highly recommend this guy. Vincent Price fans alone should get this figure. He's so cool. And like I said, let's get one more close up for our fans and for all the wonderful MEGO collectors out there, and Vincent Price fans that want to see this guy. The outfit is beautifully done. Everything. I mean, this is an 8-inch figure. This is not a 12-inch figure. So, I mean, just the detail, the craftsmanship on this figure is just beautiful. And that is Egghead. Guys, we go on to Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze. Victor Fries. Victor Fries is his name. He's his first appearance was in Batman issue 121, 1959. So he was not a just a character for the 66 Batman TV show. Let's bring him out here and show him some love here. So he wasn't just a stand-in, so to speak. Oh, it's great head sculpt. A lot of actors played Mr. Freeze. From oh my goodness, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best known for this particular character. And if I'm not mistaken, that was in Batman and Robin. The movie didn't do too well with George Clooney, I believe. And that was from 1997. So it didn't do that well. And but Arnold Schwarzenegger sold the part beautifully. He really sold the part beautifully. So George Sanders, yeah, there's my memory. I'm getting old, guys, my memory. George Sanders played the 1966 Mr. Freeze. And just a quick background, let's get you. This is a head sculpt of George Sanders, the actor that played Mr. Freeze. And as you can see, everything is, the head sculpt is out of this world. It's phenomenal. The equipment on him is beautiful. Everything is painstakingly replicated, all the way down to those beautiful silver gloves, the outfit, the boots, the component. Let's turn him to the side. You can't see it, but let me see if we can get a shot in there. He has his backpack, his tank. This suit, as cool as it is, the story goes, his backstory goes, origin goes, that it's necessary. He was Mr. Freeze was a cryogenics expert. He was a scientist, and he got his likeness and his condition because of a lab experiment that went wrong. He was trying to save his terminally ill wife, and it backfired on him, therefore causing his body temperature to drop severely. So he had to create a suit now that sustains his body temperature. So he's cold now. So he truly is Mr. Freeze. He's not like the Super Friends Captain Cold, where, you know, he just has the gun and everything. Although this suit also gives Mr. Freeze superhuman strength. Superhuman strength. Phenomenal strength. And he does have a gun, but MEGO didn't give him his gun. He didn't come with his gun. It'd been really cool if he came with his gun as well, because he's got the back, he's got the tank, as we saw that. He's got the tank on the back of his back there. But it'd been really cool. So I'm sure a lot of customizers are out there, you know, figuring it out. But this is Mr. Freeze. That's one more close-up of this gentleman. They got everything, even the red, white, and green buttons on his collar. Everything just done beautifully. Price points on these figures. I paid, I believe I paid $24 for Mr. Freeze. I paid $24 for Egghead. These guys weren't super expensive. And let's bring, let's put him back, and that's Mr. Freeze. We'll be talking about our next villain in the Rogues Gallery is Shame, played by another favorite, famous and one of my favorite actors, Cliff Robertson. Shame was created specifically for the 1966 Batman TV show, TV series. There's an excellent likeness of Cliff Robertson. MEGO, I mean, Figures Toy Company / MEGO, that, you know, this figure, MEGO-like figure, is spot on. Whoever is doing the head sculpts at Figures Toy Company, phenomenal job. He needs a raise, because they are putting these likenesses of these are not just generic characters. These are the actors that played these characters, and Figures Toy Company's design team is doing a phenomenal job with these characters and with these figures. Shame really doesn't have, believe it or not, Shame doesn't have a background. He believes himself to be a cowboy. He also states that he's extremely well versed with the 6-shooters. As you can see, he has his 6-shooters. He has about 2 6-shooters, and this one's being covered by his jacket, but he has 2 of them on. This guy is layered up. He has outside his beautiful jacket, he's got a vest on. He's got another shirt on. He's got some type of handkerchief. He's got you name it. He's got a bandana on, and so under that, he's got it. So this guy, he's got his cap, his hat right there, his cowboy hat right there. The outfit is dead on, spot on to the character from the '66 Batman show. And you can get this guy in a couple variants as well when he's in prison. They have a prison variant of Shame. He doesn't come with his, naturally he doesn't come with his 6-shooters because he's in jail. But just beautiful. Beautiful. Cliff Robertson played this guy. As you can see, there wasn't a lack of villains for the '66 Batman TV show. And as a kid growing up watching it, I mean, every week you tuned in and you saw somebody was famous. In the documentary they did on Batman, they talked about that it was so hip and cool to be on the show. So you had A-list actors and actresses lined up around the block trying to play a villain on Batman. So it was really cool, and Cliff Robertson was no exception. He wanted to be on Batman as well, and he had like 3 or 4 episodes where he played the villain Shame. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Let's get you all right there. Let's bring it in. One more last headshot of our famous actor here and our famous character, Shame. Really cool. I had to have him because of just all of the gear he had on. And I've always been a huge cowboy fan anyway. So a bad guy, super villain, cowboy, it checked all the boxes for me. And he got 6 shooters. I'm a huge Lone Ranger fan, so we'll say that for another day. All right, we're moving right along here. Our rogues gallery of bad guys. None other than King Tut. King Tut was made specifically for the 1966 Batman TV show. And they got him down pat. The actor that played King Tut was Victor Buono. Buono. He has a tough last name, but Victor Buono. And so it happened. So it goes. King Tut basically, Victor Goodman was the character's name before he turned into King Tut. He was a Egyptologist who wanted to get into King Tut's tomb, so the story goes, and the Gotham historical company wouldn't allow it. And essentially, they fired Victor Goodman. And Victor Goodman had what, well, basically is known as a nervous breakdown. It's like a psychotic breakdown so severe upon being fired from the job that, his dream job and what he loved to do, that he lost touch with reality and essentially believed, this is a great shot of Victor Buono, and essentially believed that he was King Tut. So this is how his story goes. And look at the sandals. They got King Tut down. Every layer of clothing is painstakingly done. Very meticulous. Beautiful. And he turned into one of Batman's weekly enemies, or I should say bi-weekly. And he had about 3 or 4 episodes, King Tut did, and no superpowers, just a lot of henchmen and a lot of, he was extremely smart, very intelligent, and with that intelligence he would try to create different traps for Batman and Robin. And let's get there's a great shot of Victor Buono. As you can see, the likeness is dead on. The outfit, dead on. Just beautifully done. Beautifully done. That's one more like headshot of that headpiece. Is awesome. Beautifully done. And guys, as promised, that was King Tut. We're gonna bring out our last but not least bad guy, the Rogues Gallery. None other than the Mad Hatter. Super cool. More of a businessman he looked. There was a cool episode in he was created not for the 66 Batman show. He actually had, and I have the information right here, genius level. He's a genius. His first appearance was in Batman number 49, and he came out. He was created in 1948 by Bill Finger. His name is Jervis Tetch. Jervis Tetch. And he was a neuroscientist. His power was creating devices that could control and manipulate the mind. And there's a great shot of the Mad Hatter. Just a great figure. Awesome. And he had a great episode. Like I said, he had a great episode where his hat pops up, and you can't see it here. I don't know if I can get you to see it here. It pops up, and two little crazy eyes pop out, and they control your mind. But there was an episode where he actually stole Batman's cowl, and it's called the contaminated cowl. And Batman actually had to wear a pink cowl, and they have Figures Toy Company duplicated Batman, that figure from that episode. And I'll be doing a review on the pink cowled Batman, contaminated cowled Batman. It is extremely rare, very hard to get. Figures Toy Company just released another removable pink cowl Batman where, you know, his cowl can come off. So, and I'll be doing a review on that one as well. And but I thought that was one of the coolest Batmans, because Batman really has to struggle, and I think the Mad Hatter gave him a lot of problems in that. The Mad Hatter's primary goal in that episode was to steal any famous hat that was owned by somebody. He was in the process of stealing, and naturally, the famous cowl worn by Batman was no exception. Guys, let's sit him right here. I can't, well, here, we'll just sit him over here like this for now. This has been really fun. This has been super fun. The bad guys have taken over M.I.B. Master Museum all week. We've enjoyed it thoroughly. You had 5 bad guys storm M.I.B. Master Museum. Thank you guys for the love and support. Please like and subscribe. If I missed anything, please, by all means, leave some comments in the comment section underneath this video. And as always, keep collecting the bad guys. Trust me, it's the way to go. I'm scaring myself now. I'm losing touch with the good guys.